How was TGL? I know we've kind of texted about it and whatnot, but I feel like we haven't really heard from a lot of guys of what it's actually like being in the arena.
The atmosphere is electric. It's really fun. I've never, hit a golf ball with people yelling at me that I suck and music blaring and, hitting into a screen 40 yards away that's the size of a jumbotron. So that took a little getting used to. But the second match was fun as hell. I mean, getting competitive, watching Tiger Woods get competitive, that's pretty epic.
How surprised are you that in a league of huge names, Tiger Woods, Rory McIlroy, Justin Thomas, that Kevin Kisner is the biggest star of the entire TGL?
What, from my bad golf or my mouth?
I didn't say why. I didn't say why. I just know that your name has been brought up a lot around TGL, and you are a superstar in that league.
Yeah. Well, I understand my role for TGL. There's a reason that I'm there, and that's not for my golf prowess. So I understand my role, and I'm well aware of it, and I'm not afraid to embrace it. So I can be Tiger's hype man anytime you want, and I can be the mouth of TGL anytime they want. So the golf's a bonus for me.
The kids, the first week obviously wasn't the easiest one for you. It didn't go the best, but it's a professional sports league. So you have good games, you have bad games. So you have the first week, bad game. Like everyone has a bad game. Then your second week, you go out there, bad start. And at that point, that led me to tweet out, I think when Kevin Kisner walks into the TGL arena, every ounce of skill in his body stays in the parking lot. At that point, I thought that there was it was almost like Space Jam. Like someone took your skills when you walked into that building, but then you started to get your footing under you and you started to feel a little bit. It obviously takes time, right? To like maneuver yourself around the simulator and like start to gauge like the distances and stuff. Like it has to be a little bit of an adjustment period, no?
Yeah, it's huge. It's way more than I thought. And I, was supposed to go down in December and practice. Had weather issues, couldn't get there. So the first time I ever stepped foot in the arena was like 1:00 the day of the first match. And it's a lot going on. They're trying to run a TV production. I was trying to practice, figure out the technology because, I mean, everyone here is hitting a simulator and it's not always the same as hitting outside. And I hit about 20 balls and every one of them finished 30 yards left of the pole. And then they were like, hey, we need the arena for the production. You got to get out of here. And I was like, well, I guess I'm ready. Let's do this. So the second match, I was able to fly down early that morning and spend about an hour with the technology guys. And, the holes are brutal too. It's not just, hitting into a simulator, hitting off the turf in a weird form. Like the holes are visually intimidating as hell. And you don't really know. It's not like you can feel the trees and the lakes and you can see them, and it's just way different. So once I figured all that out and I, practiced on my holes, the second time it was way easier, like when the show started. And it's not like a regular tournament where, I hit my last driver 8 minutes before I go hit my first driver on the first hole. It's like, hey, you hit a few drivers in the screen and now Zoo Animal come out here and let everybody pet you and see you for 45 minutes. And then, all right, here comes ESPN. All right, talk to Matt Berry. All right, do this. And then I haven't hit a ball in 20 minutes. And they're like, all right, go hit a driver 280 down the middle. So it's quite interesting. But once you, experience, you get better at things. All the other guys in the league have spent an enormous amount of time on the screen. So that's when I learned that I may not be as good as Adam Scott at golf, and I'm really not as good as him if he's practiced on the and I haven't.
Right.
Yeah.
What is this person doing? Sorry, about to get hit by a car.
I like we're getting some live driving commentary. Yeah, but please, safety's first. What's the like actual team Jupiter Links? What's the communication like? You guys have like an active group text going? I mean, I know you went into the event a little bit cold, it sounds like. Do you guys hopefully not going in cold as a team? Is the chatter pretty good?
Well, Tiger's not the best communicator in the world, but his guy, Robbie Mack, y'all know, is kind of our lead. And I'll tell you one thing, our text thread after the first match was on fire. Like, Tiger just could not get over how funny that Scold bunker shot was. and literally texted about it all night long. Like Max was good at technology, which I'm not. So he was sending like all these memes and gifs and that I don't know anything about to the thread, and Tiger just could not get over it. It was hilarious how funny he thought all that was. I've never seen Tiger laugh that hard in my whole life, and I've been
Same.
around him
No,
much, so
no, dude. You almost killed
that
him.
was
Like, he was
entertaining
dying.
as hell. Like I mean, like for hours after the show, he couldn't stop. It was hilarious. Like we went back. We have a locker room. We went back there. It's kind of our little private area, and he just couldn't stop talking about it. It was awesome. And I was
That's
like, dude, I kept telling him at least I got it out of the bunkers, because that same night, nobody talks about him duffing a bunker shot 1 foot in front of himself. Arguably best player of all time. I was like, at least my ball got out of the bunker, Tiger.